Well, greetings for color fans, and welcome back to Metal Rug's channel. And today I have a very different video than usual because I'm actually going to ask the community for assistance in a quest of mine, a redemption tour, if you will. As many of you know, many longtime viewers know, but maybe not a lot of the more recent viewers know, I have been collecting comics for over 50 years now, since the summer of 1973. As I recall, when I first, I was actually collecting even before that, but that's when I really started buying off the rack, shall we say. And soon after that, in 1974, Marvel came up with the Marvel value stamps in most of their non-reprint comics. And I was buying comics, pretty much every week or so, whenever I get somebody to take me to 7-Eleven or a newsstand over that my mom used to go to downtown. And I would, I had a pretty much complete sets of certain characters, especially Marvel characters, Spider-Man, Hulk, Fantastic Four, etc. However, I had the urge to collect all those stamps and put them into an album. So unfortunately, I cut out a lot of the Marvel value stamps from those comics that I bought off the rack when I was, 8, 9, 10, They the stamps ran through the cover date December 1975. They started somewhere in 1974 and through December 1975. And now I want to complete the set of comics that had Marvel value stamps Series A, right? I do have all the Series B ones, but I never cut those out. So as I was going through my collection here in the last few months, I found out which ones were missing. And I have been trying for, honestly, for decades to get them back. But a lot of them, are just hard to find, and they're not cheap, etc. And I am somewhat cash poor, but I am not asset poor. So I figured, why not ask the community if they could help me achieve what I want, is that to get the 307 issues. That's how many issues had Series A Marvel value stamps. Once I get them all, I'm going to do a series of videos showing every Marvel comic that had those Marvel value stamps. That's kind of been a goal of mine for a long time, actually. But I've been, obviously going to New Jersey kind of sideline a little bit, and some other issues that I had that creeped up here and there. But now I think I'm ready. I think 50 years is long enough to wait for completing this Marvel value stamp issue set. And that's why, since we're in 2025, I want to complete it by the end of the year, so that, by the time the last Marvel value stamp came out, cover dated December 1975. I know it really came out like in October, but, we're just going to, just for, rounding up kind of thing, I'm going to try to get it by December 1975. So what I want to ask you guys is if you could help me achieve and get these issues. And I'm not asking for handouts, okay? No way, shape, or form. I want to, do something for you in order to earn, these comics. And trade is probably one of my preferred things. I have, several hundred comics that I have in my trade pile. Plus I have, for the more expensive ones, like the Doctor Strange one and some of the ASM, I even have some lower grade Silver Age that I could, trade for. And I also could offer my amateur restoration services or pressing and cleaning services to anybody out there if that's what they wish to do, you know. And again, don't send me any big expensive comics, because I am an amateur, although haven't messed one up yet, but you never know, right? So again, we could wheel and deal. And I can also, if you have one of these issues and you just want a reading copy, I can send you my copy without the Marvel Value stamp. So all that sort of comes into the equation here. I'm going to put my email and my Instagram in the description here. So in case you do have hopefully more than one of these, and you are willing to part with it, and it has the value stamp, then please hit me up. By the way, even like coverless with a value stamp is okay, because I can always marry that into my comic. Of course, then you wouldn't be getting my comic back to you, but at least I just want to have the complete correct Marvel value stamp of each issue. And if I have to marry them in, that's fine and dandy with me. That counts as far as I'm concerned. So here is the list, and I'm gonna turn the video around here, and hopefully I can do that, and show you what they are. Well, I guess I can't, so I'm just going to put it up here. So here's the list. Amazing Spider-Man 137, like on your left here, and then also 141, which is right here. Okay, and 144, which is this. This is up probably one of the more pricey ones because of the first appearance of the Gwen Stacy clone. But again, you know, we'll all factor that into the trade or service or whatever factor. And 145. Okay. Again, my comics are not in great shape because most of these I bought as a kid and I've read them, you know, many, many times, right? Also, Astonishing Tales 26. This one is actually not in bad condition. Again, if you have any of these that you're willing to part with, let me know. 122, Avengers 122. And a lot of community members have already helped me out in this. You know, Naman sending me an Iron Fist 1. Surf Blue Dave is sending me a Daredevil 110. Here's Avengers 123, I believe. Yep, that's it as well. And 129. Again, I need the Marvel value stamps are all cut out of all these. I'll show you a cut out one here at the end. 174. I also bought one from Jim, Sandman Mystery Comics, Daredevil I needed. Captain America 176. Captain Marvel 32. I mean, thankfully, I have most of the big ones. Like Hulk 180 through 182. I have Marvel Premiere 15. But there are a couple semi-big ones here. Creatures on the Loose 30. That's the first solo Man-Wolf series. And 32. Again, both of those are missing the value stamps. And here's the biggie. Doctor Strange #1. Decent condition, I'd say, about fine-ish, or maybe a little bit better. But again, just not missing the value stamp. Beautiful Bruner cover there. Just a shame. I don't know what I was thinking back then. I really don't. And here's Doctor Strange #3. It's mostly a reprint, but it is in the letters page there. And #6. So I'm missing value stamps in those 3 as well. I'm only missing one Fear. I thought I was missing 22, but actually it was in there. So if you have a list, guys, out there, you can take Fear 22 out. But Fear 23 is missing the Marvel value stamp, unfortunately. And here's one that's real. I bought this off the rack, I remember, and read it many, many times. This is missing 2 value stamps. It's missing the regular value stamps and that one that's kind of like the pseudo value stamp in there. So that's 170, Hulk 174. And I have 2 very trashy Iron Man that are missing value stamps, 68 and 69. Again, I bought these off the rack as a kid, and I've read the jeepers out of them. And then we have Marvel Premiere 20. Also missing the value stamp. And then we skip to Werewolf by Night 24 and 25. Oop. So those are the ones I have that I'm missing the value stamp. There is a total of 23 of them. I'm also missing Daredevil 108, 111, 113, 116, 117, 118, 119. I see 110 is scratched off because, again, Surf Blue Dave is holding that one for me. Now, I do not have those Daredevils at all. I do not have those issues. My cousin was the Daredevil collector, and he had the Daredevils. So I need those Daredevils. So I can't send you back Daredevils if you actually have any of those. And that's it, folks. Again, I hope that I can complete this. Again, I'm still looking, out there when I go to my LCS and to conventions and so forth. But I got a feeling there's no way I can finish this year without help from the community. So again, if you have several of these, great. And you're willing to give them up, let me know. We'll work something out for sure. Whether it's for cleaning and pressing services, or you want some Silver Age, or you just want some of some for my trade pile, we'll figure something out. Again, I just want to thank you. I hope you understand why I'm doing this. It's, again, not asking for a handout, no way, no shape or form. But I know that this community has helped me out immensely in the past, in so many different ways. I have been very blessed. But I figure this would be like the funnest way of completing this. Again, I don't really do the online thing. Plus on eBay, you just never know if they have the value stamp anyway. So this is, I think, the best way I can think of achieving this with the assets that I have and the great community that I have as well. All right, that's it, everybody. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments or email me. Metarog@yahoo.com at Metarog1 on Instagram. I'll put that in the description so you don't have to memorize that or anything like that. All right, everybody, be kind to each other, be blessed, and be back. Okay, addendum here. I forgot to mention that I will be putting the list that I had in the video there in the description as well, and I will be doing periodic updates via YouTube posts, Instagram posts, and also shorts. So when I get something, when I receive something on the list, I will make a post or make a short, let you know which issue it is. You can take it off the list, and thank the person or persons who facilitated that issue or issues, right? So again, this will be an ongoing project, I suppose, for the rest of the year, or unless something happens and I get them all fairly quickly, but I don't foresee that happening. All right, so just to let you know that you will be updated and you will know when things have come in. Thank you.